Hey everybody. So it's the end of an era as I pack away all my models for moving to a new location, and disassembling them is definitely going to be a difficulty. In this case it's not too bad at all. These mechs here are pretty much trash to begin with, and I do love them. But what I'm here to do is take away, take apart, and otherwise disassemble this diorama here. There's definitely a solid 2 feet, maybe 30 inches by, probably 30 by 24, somewhere in there. It's made out of 4 pieces of masonite on the base, and then there's a wooden base below that with a Lazy Susan below that so I can spin it around freely. This has been home to these mechs here. It's been home to the Millennium Falcon for a while, and even Godzilla stomped on these grounds for a little bit. And now it's time to take it apart. If I can successfully pack this for transportation, then it comes with me and lives another life when I reassemble it. If I can't, then this is the end of it here. And I don't think I've ever covered this on video, so why not do so now? Got a section here of just random plaster that turned into some really nice chunks. There's a lot of real rocks on here that I would definitely pull off if I'm getting rid of this. The lichen is certainly flattened up over the years, and a lot of these trees used to be standing. I don't know how much beach sand is on here, but there's definitely a good amount, along with white glue. There's these rock shapes here were made out of basically a plaster that all I did was put some saran wrap on top of it and kind of pressed down with my thumbnail here and there and made all these really cool shapes. It worked out really, really great. This rock here is a particularly nice one, I think. Get rid of the phoenix hawk there. Wound up with some really nice shapes on this. And this is the first time I had ever worked using plaster like this, and I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised with the results. It mixed in with real rocks very well, and I definitely do this again, though I would make it out of slightly less weighty base material. This masonite is definitely pretty heavy. And the main thing I used the plaster for was to house these trees and make a few rocks. That might even pull out there. It feels a little loose. And these are just basically twigs. They don't look like real trees, of course, but that's kind of, it's not tough to do, but getting all those little branches and stuff would definitely not be, it was beyond the scope of this project. Let's just leave it at that. So right now the task is to clear off all these mechs here. And oh, here's one nice little spot that I like. This is actually just a pile of white glue with sand on it that was allowed to dry, or maybe there was so much white glue and sand on here that I just kind of crunched it up into small spaces. But a lot of these textures I really, really like. And well, let me pull the mechs off and we'll see what this looks like clean, because there is a lot of debris on here. It is amazingly different clean, that's for sure. I just blew off probably about 3 to 4 years worth of dust and a lot of extraneous crap, sand, lichen particles, various foliage and grasses and stuff, and it definitely made a mess. And I'm also thinking that I do have roaches here in this apartment, and they are not welcome in my new apartment. So, while there are probably not any in these trees here, this is not coming with me. At least the trees aren't, at least, which includes all the bushes, the grasses, and I suppose the whole thing. So, this is disassembly mode. There's one of the seams right there that I kind of covered up. So it's goodbye to this landscape. However, that opens up space for the next one someday. I tried to make this area here kind of a old, well, definitely a dried up riverbed. Kind of just full of all sorts of debris here. Definitely could have made it a lot stronger. A little dinosaur here, I suppose he can come along for the trip. So let's see how well this pulls apart. And of course this frees up a Lazy Susan for me, which are definitely in need. So there's 4 panels here, and that breaks up really nice. And all I used to put these together was white glue. And well, that definitely makes a nice little base right there. Maybe I should save some of these. This one is definitely much bigger. I do have a couple dinosaur models. They're too heavy though. Basically these pieces were scrap that were being thrown away because they were cracked. And they're certainly perfect for me. I think some of these rocks... No? I was thinking these rocks might be too embedded to pull up, but not too bad at all. To be used again. Except for that one. Definitely nice pieces, but like I said, this masonite is just too heavy, and while masonite is great for doing other stuff like painting on it, I won't be doing that. These pieces are just a bit too big and bulky. If anybody seeing this video actually wants these, they're just too heavy and there's just no way to ship these at all and protect them. You may as well just make your own. And that is that. So farewell to Jurassic diorama. Dinosaurs, Star Wars, Battletech, and even a little Godzilla. Stay tuned for more in this series as I take more stuff apart, and I've never packed models up before, carefully at least, and it'll be interesting to see if I can actually pack these away safely and not have them break in transit, especially these 2 guys here and those 2 right there. I'm very worried about them, and even those up there are pretty delicate and expensive. So thanks for watching. See ya. Actually, if you do want this, the cost of shipping, round it up to the nearest $10, and it's yours. This packed up really nice. Can't guarantee it's going to get to you in good shape, but it's all 4 basic pieces. All the sand, as much has been blown off as possible, and it's a good sized box here. Pretty full, definitely heavy, and if this actually sells, I'll put up a notice saying it's sold, and send me a IM through YouTube. See ya.